God. Well, do you guys want to get started?
Yeah,
let's do this.
Let's do this. Let's do
Let's
Dummery.
do it.
Done.
Every freaking time.
Because
guys,
we wait for you to do it, and it's such awkward silence because you're just
getting there.
I'm going.
Getting there.
It's like you
every
need
time.
to wind up.
Listen, I'm getting there. You guys are just impatient. Okay, ready? I'm gonna redo it.
I counted to 5 and you still didn't do it.
Okay, shut the fuck up. I'm about to do it.
Okay, go.
Hey! What's up?
How's everyone?
It's good. There's
good.
A little heads up for listeners. We're having a storm here in New Brunswick. Fun time recording. So, deal with it.
With it.
If you're listening to us, understand we haven't even been doing this a year. So, at what point do you become a professional?
Right? It's not like we're all in the same studio. A lot of people get swanky shit. We can't afford swanky shit. We don't have listeners.
No,
we're too broke because we're buying booze to drink and talk to you guys. That's what.
That's right. Alcohol's expensive. It's $30 for a little bottle.
26 or 40 now. I'm like, okay.
Oh my god.
Why?
Okay, at the very least, poor people need to drink. That's
right?
kind of the thing. So please don't take that away from us unless you want a revolt.
Yeah.
We'll get us drunk. If you're already taking
we need our addictions, okay?
And shelter. It's at least let us drink.
Please let us drink.
Speaking of drinking, Jessica, what are you drinking tonight?
So my drink comes with a story. So our laundry room light went out. It was one of those fluorescent long lights.
Yeah.
And so Chris went and got a light bulb, replaced it, but now it was flickering, really bad. And so he went and he got another light bulb and it's still flickering. So now we think it's just because it's an old light. It's an old house, whatever. But while he was out getting those light bulbs, he swung by the grocery store. So my options for alcohol were limited. So I just told him beer. And so he got me JR 5.5. And I don't know what that is, but it's a beer.
Even know what that is.
So I am happy with it.
Actual store bought beer, and you weren't some toilet bowl wine in your light fixtures kind of story. You're started off with the light fixtures flickering, I don't know. It's
and then she made toilet bowl.
Toilet bowl, but in your light fixture.
No. I just ended up with random beer.
Yeah.
So you know what JR 5.5 is. Yeah.
Just let us know.
Just let us know.
What about you, Sonia?
I'm just drinking 7-Up and rum. That's it.
Ooh.
That's it.
It's a classic.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
50-50 though, right?
Mm-hmm. It's
always
been a week. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it has. Yes, it has. I'm drinking ginger ale and my Captain Morgan spiced apple. You see that?
Is it actual alcohol this time?
Yes, it's 40%.
It's usually some iced tea bullshit.
35. No, it's 35%. It's actual rum.
Compared to the fake
rum
stuff.
liquor. Flavored rum liquor. Yeah, it's real. With ginger ale.
It's real. Is it ginger ale real?
Yeah, ginger ale's real too. It's Canada Dry. It's the real shit. We got everything real here.
Everything's real.
Listen, I've had a week too. Okay, so I started my drinking 3 days ago.
It's screw this podcast. Let's just get drunk. It's been that kind of week.
It has.
Yeah. If we talk about any topics, we'll see.
Yeah. I know. Oh, we'll just vent.
All right, but the topic this week is, if you could rename yourself, what would your name be?
Ooh.
And then wait, Domri, don't really
shut up. Done. Shut up.
Shut up.
Shut up. Why are you still talking? Jesus.
Fuck. You're always
Bitches.
talking.
Always.
Did you guys hear the word?
No.
No.
I was too busy getting yelled at.
It's really.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Right.
so my name, if our listeners don't know it by now, is Jessica. So yes, I would change it. That's for sure.
Because it's such a stupid name.
What I would change it to, I don't know. I feel like something kind of like, I don't know. I feel like a male name that would be like, oh, that's actually a girl. You know what I mean? Trick
Like a
'em.
Logan or Devin
Yeah.
or
Like my
Alex.
brother is Jordan, and I've known
Jordan.
mostly female Jordans, you know, that kind of thing. My dad calls me Jimmy. I think we've talked about this on the podcast, but
I don't like Jimmy.
you know,
Yeah, I don't like that either.
Yeah, no,
because
don't pick
Jimmy
that.
is short for like Jim is short for like, which
But
is like short for
Jess
John,
is also
which is
for a guy's name too. Jess and Jesse is a dude name.
I hate Jesse. Like some people
Okay,
would call me
okay.
Jesse. I hate that more than anything. Like I
Should we
would say
start
Jess
calling
or
you Jesse?
Jessica.
That's what I'm hearing.
No.
Hey, Jesse.
No, I will stop talking to you two. I'll just record my own lines to the podcast. You guys like send me the audio, and I'll just interject my own voice every once in a while to pretend I'm
And
still
our
there.
recordings are just like, "Hey Jesse, what's up?" Like,
I'll just edit it out. It'll be all redacted.
Redacted. You'll put redacted. Like you'll say redacted. in the background.
Redacted. But yeah, so I don't really know. I don't really like, I guess, like, besides the type of name, I don't really know. And I probably want weird spelling. I like correcting people. So that would like just put that in my whole like life. So yeah.
As someone who's
But not
had to, like,
Jessica.
yeah, correct people always for spelling. Sometimes it gets tiring.
Yeah.
Oh, but I
So
like
Sonia,
my
what would
name.
you
too.
Yeah, I like my name. But I have to pick something. So I'm gonna like a dragon name. I'm gonna use a name generator right now. So what in my mind palace.
I just
W-
like Jessica doesn't even work for those name games, you know, where it's like remove your last letter and add a da da da. Jessica doesn't work for those because it always ends in like ick or something. And like,
Jessica.
okay, I'm sorry. I need to complain one more thing about my name. My last name is Hart, Hart. Okay, I like it. It's like short, can mean multiple things. Kind of rhymes with fart. Well, I mean, it does rhyme with fart, and that's been used against me in the past. But you know, like whatever. But when you have like school logins, they generally use like the first couple of letters of your first name and then your last like letters of your last name.
Yeah.
With Jessica Hart, that turns to just Shart. And it's the Shart I have the issue with. You know what I mean? So like having to like type that when I'm going to like a professional institution. I'm
That's
just
not good.
saying. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. So again, also don't like that. And then my middle name's Megan. The fuck?
That's a very white lady name.
Your mom is like,
What the
how
fuck?
white can we make her name? Like, we got to make it the most white name ever. And
Oh
she
my
was
God.
like, there we go.
So I will change. I'll change it all. I'll just change it. And
My
if
mom
anyone
used
has any ideas, leave us a comment or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My mom used to tell me my name reminded her of a stripper name, which is like Sonia Marie is my name. Like my first.
Why would
she's
you
like,
want to name your kid after a
"Yeah,
stripper?
my dad named me. So like
Okay. So it's
yeah.
like, what the fuck's wrong with your mother?
And my
Like,
mom's like, that sounds like a stripper name. But I've never met a stripper named Sonia. So like
Neither
that.
have I. So yeah.
yeah. Why?
But my mom did pick my spelling, so it's Saunya, because she didn't want people calling me Sonia. But you know what?
Fair.
People still fucking call me Sonia. I'm like, hey, my name's Sonia, and then they're like, hey, Sonia, like that's Sonia. That's it.
It's like they add like an accent to it. So
It's like
Sonia.
it's just Sonia.
It's
But
because
that's
a lot, like, so you've obviously played Mortal Kombat, right? And Sonya is on there. And
Sonia,
like,
Blade, win.
yes. So I don't know what nationality. I don't want to like assume it's Japanese. I don't want to assume, but I think Mortal Kombat is. I don't know.
It has
Anyway.
Japanese creators, but
Okay.
it's English speakers. So,
Right. But like their
Sonya Blade
accents.
is not. Yeah, Sonya Blade is not the Japanese name. I'm pretty sure.
No,
I
but
don't
the
know. We have
accent
to-
of
we
when
have
they
to check
pronounce
in.
her name
Oh,
is.
that's white people being racist. That's what.
Classic.
Okay, whatever.
classic.
I was just.
I need
That's
to-
why I said I didn't want to fucking
I
assume.
gotta Google it, but
Okay.
I have my dragon name. It's
Okay.
Demir Rave, Slayer of the Demons.
Ooh,
So, like,
is Slayer of the
Sup.
Demons like your whole last name?
Yeah, it's like
or-
my title, I guess. I don't know. Like I'm royalty. I have a title. Yeah. So Demir Rave, Slayer of the Demons. That's which my kids are Hellions, so that is fitting that came up. All right, I need to know. Sonya Blade is in the chat.
No, ask the ethnicity. Fuck, I can't speak. You know what I was trying
the
to say. Anyway,
Mind Palace.
the Mind Palace. Ask them the real questions.
Oh, I guess she is. Her name is actual Sonya Blade. Is a fictional character in the Mortal Kombat fighting game. It doesn't say that like they changed it to be North American because we do that a lot.
Yes, we do.
So I was right, is what you're saying.
You were, yeah. I am saying you're right. I was like, oh
Holy
no, that's
shit.
not it. But they
Like,
do that with
there's-
like so many, almost all
Yeah.
the video games. Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say like even like there's a lot of like anime shows where the dubbed English version is just like all white people.
Yeah. No.
With
Yeah.
Asian accents. If you can't, guys, I'm doing quotations for the other people on the
Yeah.
podcast. Yeah.
For those
Yeah.
just listening, quotations were used.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the frig would I change my name to? I don't know.
This is harder than I thought it was going to be. It's supposed to be like an easy peasy lemon juice.
I know I
question.
don't
It's
see
not.
myself as anything else other than my name. And like, okay,
I don't
at first
even
when I was
picture
little, I
What about
I
Ruth?
hated my name.
Jessica.
Yeah.
A Ruth?
No, I'm not
Yeah,
fucking Jessica. I'm a Ruth. What?
Yeah.
Are you Asian?
No, but like,
Next
yeah,
you're
you're
gonna call me
like,
Beatrice. Like,
no, you're like a Ruth, I think.
I don't think
one
I'm a Ruth.
syllable. I don't. You know what? Then tell me what your fucking name is, Mabel.
fucking. I don't know. I guess I would choose Abigail. I go old school.
I just did old school, and you're like, no, I'm not that old.
You made me old. That's like I want an ancient name, not me being ancient with that name. Okay, there's a difference.
Would you go by Abby?
Yes, I would go by Abby.
You could go
That
by
would be my short
Gail
one.
and switch it up.
Ooh, Gail.
That sounds old. Oh my god, you guys, what's teaching me? Anything that would sound like a ma'am at the end.
Okay,
Jeez.
well, I'm just saying, like, so my husband's name is Chris. Obviously, full name is Christopher. He goes by Chris, but he knows another Chris who goes by Topher.
Which is
And I'm like,
really cool.
that's
I love that.
So fucking smart. Like, what? What?
There's an actor
You
that does
know?
the same thing. Topher Grace, yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
that's so cool. Like, more people should start using the end of their name. I can't do that because my name is Jessica. I'm
I
gonna
go
go by
Yak.
Ick.
Saka?
Ika? Ika? Like, it's like,
Ika?
what?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, my name ruins it, but other people's names are like pretty cool for that. Like,
Danica.
Matthew could be Few.
Few. Just few. Oh, few.
Just Few.
Few. So Danica's actually named after this bitch I didn't like, but I really loved her name. So there was like in grade 9, there was a girl in my gym class and her name was Danica. I was like, oh my God, that's like the best name ever. I love that name. So I banked it. Danica's my 3rd child. I didn't get to use it for the first 2 times. So I was like, we're using it. And she
I
knows.
thought you named her after Danica Patrick.
No. From like
No.
fucking race carring?
Yeah, I remember you telling me like you've heard of this race car and you liked the name and that was it. And I was all like, when the fuck did you watch NASCAR? What?
I
Like,
didn't. That wasn't me.
That was your other
not
friend,
me.
Sonia.
oh, it's my other friend, my bad. With her other daughter named Danica. Like,
Yep.
I don't like NASCAR ever.
that's what I mean. So I was like, why is she naming her daughter after Danica Patrick? What the hell?
I think Danica came around before Danica Patrick.
No.
Before her career. I don't know.
No.
I don't know anything about race cars, so
I don't
wouldn't
know either.
I'm just saying, Danica Patrick came first before Danica did.
Oh, wow. It's the egg or the chicken. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, with my kid, like I only have 2, so I only had 2 times I could choose a name. For each time though, even though they had like different bio dads, I just wrote a list of names I liked and just handed the list over and was like, pick one. So like my first son, his name is Brayden, but his middle name is Ernest, which is after my poppy, but that's what he goes by. He goes by his middle name Ernest. He doesn't even go by Brayden. And then my daughter Lyric, because my husband liked that name and it was on my list. So
Oh, I have stories about my kids. I like how I name them.
Kyle got to name one kid. You go first. I interrupted you so bad. I'm so sorry.
You're
starting to
forgiven this
talk,
time.
but like your words started and my brain didn't click. And
It's
I was
cool.
like, oh shit.
guys, this is only our second podcast back after our imaginary vacation that the audience doesn't know about. So
Yeah. So Nicholas, okay. I already knew that Dave got to name our firstborn son, but if I had a firstborn daughter, I would get to name her, right? However, I still liked the name Leonardo and like name him Leo. Or if it was a girl, his name would have been Jasmine. I don't know why. I just like those names. And then obviously he's like, no, we're naming him after my grandpa, Mikolai. And then so here comes Nicholas. Caleb's name. That was interesting. So either way, I was getting to name the second born, right? Because David got to name the first. I get dibs. Like second son, first daughter didn't matter. My turn. But like I still had to like kind of like run it by him, you know? So I was like, okay, what about Grayson? And he's like, no. I'm like, Darius. He's like, ew, no. And I was like, holy fuck. And like, and if it was a girl, it was gonna be named Deanna Marie, after his mom, my mom, and me. It was Deanna Marie. Yeah. So
it was right after Twilight came out, and you're like, Resesumeme.
Renaissance.
Nessie.
Anyway, so we kept going through the names, and then Dave's like, how about the name Matthew? And I was like, no. Like, and then Dave's mom was like, how about Noah? Like, after Noah's Ark. And I'm like, no.
Ew,
like,
Noah's
that's
Ark.
absolutely not happening. And then so I was
why
like,
would you name him after a boat?
Right? So then
you should have named him Seabreeze.
So then I said the name Blake, and Dave's like, no. And I was like, Caleb. And he's like, maybe. I'm like, no, that's it. We're done. Caleb, that's it. That's the name. Like, and I shut it down. I was like, we're not discussing this anymore. It's Caleb. And then he's like, well, what other names? I'm like, no, it's Caleb. And then I spelled it with a K instead of a C.
Nice. I didn't mean to laugh earlier when you were talking about Leonardo, because then you're like Leo, and then all I could think of was like Leouth, as if like it was a Meowth, but his name was Leo, and my head just kind of spun out of control for a minute.
Okay.
So I apologize.
No, that's fine. It's fine.
Okay. Sonia.
Yeah, that's how I named my children.
My name's I don't know how. So like Kara, I was 16. So that's how that happened.
Enough explaining.
So her name is like spelled Karea.
Like Korea.
Like Korea, but it's like care with an A at the end. But I wanted to be cool, so I did it with a K. So like that was a mistake on my part. Don't let 16-year-olds name things. Even if they're babies. No.
No.
And then like for my son Brandon, Kyle, I let Kyle name that one because I got to name the first one and he didn't get a say in it. So, well, because he's not the dad. But so for like Brandon, he wanted to name him Kyle. I was like, no, that's the stupidest fucking name ever. No. I hate Kyle's name. I don't like it.
Not just have a junior. Like, don't name your kid Junior. Fucking pisses me off.
Fucking
I fucking
Junior.
hate that. Yeah, don't do it. Don't fucking do it.
So
Girls.
he had
Name them Senior just as like a joke.
just
Oh my god, I
Senior.
actually knew a guy that's named Senior. So anyway, but
And then so where Kyle's like, okay, he'll get my middle name, and then Kyle has a brother who passed away, so that's his first name, his middle name. So the brother's first name is his middle name, and then I was like, okay, you pick the most stupidest names ever. You don't get to name any more of our kids. So the last two I got to name, but Constantine, the youngest, is from something corporate. It's a song called Constantine. So that's how. And Kyle's like, I love it. So that's I wasn't 16. It's still a silly name, but I like it. And then like Brandon's mad. His name's Brandon. He's like, why didn't you give me a cool dragon name? Which made me think of like me getting a dragon name so I can have one and my son doesn't.
Why don't we
Did you
all
just blame his dad? Did you be
I
like,
do.
no, your father told me not to?
Yeah.
Well, why, when our kids are like older, like 18 plus, if they want to change their name, we can just have a massive name change party where we like have some drinks or whatever and eat and fill out all the legal documents together and like help scan each other's things and stuff like that, and then get them all ready, and then like do a walk to the post office to drop them off and make like a whole party out of it.
A party.
So all the change
Name
no,
change party.
we make like dragons and stuff, and we drink out of goblets because we're all changing our names to dragon names.
All dragon.
Like,
That's the only
all
girl want to
dragon
change it
names.
to a dragon.
The dragon
name.
name
Everyone's
change
changing their name.
party. Yes, let's. Okay, I'm gonna do that.
We won't pay the fees. Like we'll just do it.
Yeah.
Like
We'll
what is
all
that?
pitch
Phoebe,
in.
Princess Poo Poo Bottom Banana Hammock. What was her?
Princess Consuela's banana hammock.
Yes,
Are they with friends?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
No, just some random bitch named Phoebe. What did that girl Phoebe do?
But shitbag. Whatever Paul Red changes.
Yeah, let's name it to shitbag. Why not?
I didn't
Oh my
even
God,
change my name when I got married, so
It was freezing.
you know.
And now I'm sweating. I'm sweating, guys. You guys, the alcohol's making me warm.
Oh no.
I think it took me so long to change my name.
I'm still working on mine, okay?
Yeah,
Like I still
I've
have
been married for 2 years.
3.5. Thank you.
You don't have to change your name though. That's
I
just
know.
like
It's-
olden times.
Well, no, like I eventually want to. It's just like everything, like I don't know why. Like it took them so long in the beginning anyway, and then COVID hit, and then I just gave up, and then I haven't had the motivation to attempt to do that again. So
I
it
love
is
how
what it is.
COVID hit at like such the most awkward time.
I
Like,
know.
like we had so much going on, and now I'm still not able to catch up. Like
I'm
it's just
so
like,
behind
okay,
on so many things because of that. Like Caleb stuff, my
I've
stuff.
just decided it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
No,
doesn't
it
matter anymore.
doesn't.
No.
It doesn't matter. It's
Whatever.
a social construct. I'm refusing to do any
Everything
of them.
My new phrase is whenever someone's talking about something and I'm just like, it doesn't matter. I always am like, fuck. I just had it in my head. Oh my god. Whose line is
It's okay,
anyway
edit it.
quote? Oh my god. Okay, hold on.
Give her a moment.
Oh yeah. Where the rules are made up and the points don't
Points
matter.
don't matter.
Which is from Whose Line Is It Anyway? And so whenever they're like, oh my goodness, inflation, I'm like, the rules are made up and the points
And the
don't
points
matter.
don't
Like,
matter.
that's just
Right?
Like the weight
that's
doesn't matter that
like-
you gained, or like
that's my new saying for like, instead of it's a social construct, because then they
Yeah.
think you're all woke because you're using woke language. I'm like, the rules are made up and the points don't matter. And then they're like, ah.
Take another hit. Yeah.
Yeah.
like whoa, man, whoa,
Whoa.
whoa. That's some deep
Whoa.
shit. Whoa.
No, I got people still denying COVID exists.
I know.
My
After
new
3
thing,
years, like
my new thing is just like congratulating people on how smart they are. Like I don't argue anymore. I'm just like, oh my god,
Yeah.
you're so smart. Like, can you teach me? Like, can you teach
I want to
me?
be you when I grow up.
Like,
Like the condescension,
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
condescending,
Is bliss. I gotta say, ignorance is bliss because, like, damn, I wish I could live in that world where I just ignored reality all the time. Actually, I do that now. I just
Or
read
you
books,
just don't
but like,
give a, or you just don't give a fuck about anyone else.
I don't anymore.
But
Like,
I still do.
barely
That's
give a
why I
fuck
wear
about
my
myself.
mask. You know,
Yeah.
like it's...
Well, no, like I wear my mask and stuff, right? Because I'm sick and tired of being sick myself. Like, it's a selfish thing. It's not even because I'm protecting other people. I'm selfish and I keep getting fucking sick. So I want to stop that. And if it helps other people, so be it. However, my immune system, shit. Fucking shit. Like, how many times have I been sick on here, guys? How many?
A lot.
I think-
like
I
our
think
first
you've
like
been-
12 episodes.
Right? And then I wouldn't be. And then our 16-hour thing, I was fucking dying. Like, but
Yeah.
no,
did it.
I
You
did it. No, I
did.
still come. I
Wait,
drink a
no,
lot of hot
do
toddies.
you?
No, I still come to this episode.
That's because you haven't lost that. I'd be sad. I would just shoot myself. Like if that was a side effect for COVID, that's it.
That is though.
Oh no.
It
I don't have
destroys
I'm
blood.
good.
It destroys blood vessels, right?
Oh, Jean-Marie, you poor thing.
That's the part, but I'm good. You guys are promising. I'm good.
I still can't taste or smell anything, but like my vagina works. So oh God.
Hey. There's so many people on antidepressants that can't anymore, and they have to choose between like suicide ideation or coming. Like that's a hard choice. Like
Which like
so Dawn's
joy.
vagina is like superhuman. It survives COVID and antidepressants. It's just
Hold
like
on,
ready
the
to go.
first set of antidepressants, it did not survive. Like, that was the side effect that I hated, and that's why I switched. But yeah, no, this is
Maybe
good.
your
Good
heart's
stuff.
just dying because it's not getting enough blood because it's all in your vagina.
you go around with like a swollen vagina, like a noose knuckle everywhere you go.
You guys want to take a look? Like, I'll take a picture for you guys.
No matter what the pants are, it's always camel toe. You know,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
It's the giant hamburger.
All the blood flow in there.
And then her heart looks like the Grinch's heart, you know, where it's all shriveled up.
That's true. It's true. Okay.
Takes her a
That
while
is
to
my heart.
process information because there's not enough.
Maybe that's why I'm such a bitch, you guys. My heart's like so small, but my vagina's so big.
It's only swollen.
Oh my god.
Your vagina
now-
doesn't mean you have a loosey goosey. Okay.
No. I'm just gonna tell you, I love you with all of my vagina now. Like,
That's because it's big.
yeah. Yeah. So now
I
when
love you this much.
I love you. Just like spread my like this.
Just for like the people who know, a fat vagina is not a loose vagina. It means you're aroused. So it's like having
Well-
an erection, but your vagina.
Well, and it's
So
like
you
there's
know.
a difference between like your outer lips, your inner lips, and your like vaginal canal. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
but
your
people don't
lips
know
can
that.
be, your lips can look like roast beef. That doesn't affect your vaginal canal. Like they're different parts, guys. Different
Yeah.
parts.
And they're all different sizes. No
Yeah.
vaginas look the same.
Someone actually made that post about like flappy vagina or whatever, and it says like it looks like a roast beef sandwich from Arby's, and I was like, hold on, that shit is fucking delicious. Okay, like I love an Arby's
Unless-
roast beef sandwich. Go ahead,
unless
compare
it
my
has
vagina
all
to
that
that.
Cheesy sauce, like unless there's like
I
a
love
piece
that stuff too.
STD going on. I don't know.
I love it all.
Like,
I don't
If
care.
it looks like a roast beef sandwich because like it's diseased, then I would
Well,
see I
okay.
don't want it. But like if it's just plain roast beef, it's fine.
No cheese coming out. Okay,
No,
no, that's after intercourse. The cheese comes out.
that's just on top.
Oh my
What's it
god.
called?
Oh.
When it's just like
Why is
when
sex disgusting?
it's just like what? There's a name for that.
What are you
We're like-
talking about?
So like it's just like they pull out and then it's just like sprinkled on top. What is that called? There's a name for
we're-
it.
I have no idea.
Okay. Oh, like like a man's penis pulls out, and then he comes on top, and just he sprinkles his population paste, just like blah, blah, blah. There's a name.
I don't
Urban
know what the name
Dictionary.
is. I
Urban
have
Dictionary.
no
Yeah,
idea.
that's what that is, like-
My husband's like fixed, so I don't have.
You don't have
So blinded
we
to
don't
me.
pull out anymore. Haven't done that in years.
Is
I
it?
don't
Are you
know what the
looking it
name
up?
of
I
that-
thought you were looking down. Like
No,
now,
I'm not looking
this is
it up.
gonna bother me forever because there's
Oh,
like
no.
a
I
term
know
for
that
it.
the splooging in is called a cream pie.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And then you squirt. What is it? Then you like show it, right? Like it's
Oh, you mean as
it
it
out.
like pours out? Like
yeah. That's it.
Yeah, it's
That's
cream pie.
Yeah.
it's cream
But
pie.
then there's
Oh,
like
okay.
yeah, but no, then there's when he just like jizzes on top of your vagina top, the hood. When he gets the hood dirty.
You should just call it that. Getting the hood dirty.
Yeah, that's the new term.
There's a name.
Yeah,
I
it's
would
called
change
getting the
that.
hood dirty.
Yeah, we're changing that name too.
Urban
Yeah.
Dictionary that. Like
Getting the hood dirty. Jessica, you got an Urban Dictionary account?
I
Yeah.
do have an Urban Dictionary account. Okay.
dirty hood. It's when
Oh my goodness. People are gonna read dirty and think it has something to do with anal. That's just like
Always.
the automatic what they're gonna think.
This is a
but-
brown cow. I don't know. Oh,
What were we talking about that led us here? Oh yeah, vaginas. Okay, when I saw that post where they took like all the ultrasounds of like the inside of vaginas and you could see like how each canal was like different, and then all the comments on the TikTok were like men being like, yeah, they feel different, and then all the other comments were women having like a complex because they like just realized.
yeah, they're like, what? I'm supposed
But they're
to
like
be different?
another thing that they might not like. What? And then yeah.
Yeah, I don't
that
care.
That goes both ways, fellas.
It-
Like we know when your
it's
dick's
true.
a little small. When we have to kegel the whole fucking time to keep you inside, you're the
Or-
problem.
Or when you like queef a lot after, that means there was like a little gap there at some point that air.
Too
got
much
in.
air. Yeah.
Too much
Quit
air,
trying
you
to-
know.
Quit trying to flip me around. I have a position where less air goes in. Quit flipping me around because I get too much air.
Yeah, and it is our small dick fellas like that. Just if you have a small dick, that's fine. You know, it's all about how you like work with it. Like get really good with your mouth.
Know your equipment.
Exactly.
Yes.
Don't be in denial. That just makes it worse.
I'd be
there's
like, this is
nothing
my
wrong.
penis. You know, this penis is mine, and just figure out what you can do with it.
Yeah.
You can do so much. There's nothing wrong with an itty bitty.
You got two hands. You got a mouth. You can. There's toys galore. Know your toys.
Yeah.
Know how to. Don't view them as your enemy. View them
No,
as a
they're your
close
friend. They're your ally.
And that goes both ways. Like if your dick's too big, also know your dick is too big.
Mhm.
Like it's not going
Yeah.
in. Like it's fine. Like,
Well, it's like when they
Yeah,
talk
don't
about
injure
tight.
the poor girl.
Well, then when they talk about tight vaginas, it's like a vagina can be too tight to the point,
Yes,
like
there actually
know.
is a scientific thing where like a woman like and they can't expand.
Yeah, but also if she's too
Yeah.
tight, she's not ready.
No,
yeah,
no,
that
no.
too. That can be
Well,
another
that too,
thing.
yeah, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm talking about like if they biologically they're just
Yeah,
smaller,
biologically,
yeah.
very
there's
small.
like actual therapists like that have to give you Kegel balls and whatever to try to help you expand. I actually know a girl who has to
I
do
went
that
to a pelvic
because-
floor physiotherapist. They're awesome.
Being
So,
a
yeah.
woman sucks.
There's always fucking problems.
Well, it was
Yeah.
so fun. It was like after I gave birth, like 6 weeks after I gave birth to my daughter, and like she comes in, she sets up her table and stuff, and I lay, and she like sticks her like gloved hand, sticks her fingers, and she's like, "Okay, Kegel." And then she's like telling me to do different Kegels. I'm like showing all the tricks my vagina can do, like you know.
It's a fucking circus show down there.
I know. She's like, "Okay, hold," and I'm like, like trying to hold the Kegel, like.
I can't let it go. What was that movie with Sylvester Stallone? Cliffhanger. Is that what it's called? Where he's like on the road and he has to like let go of the person. I'll never forget you. And then Adrian.
Now I can never get pelvic floor physiotherapy again because I'm just gonna imagine that. Well, she has a finger inside me.
He's like, never let go.
It's like,
He's
what?
like, "It's
What are you
okay."
talking about?
You start calling her Adrian.
That's two different movies, Domri, just so you know. He doesn't drop Adrian from a cliff.
Oh, whatever.
The Rocky is like, I'm gonna go running. You come with me. And then that was it.
That's it.
I don't think
The
that
end.
else was going on. But still, I will say my favorite Sylvester Stallone movie is and will always be Spy Kids 3D Game Over. Where he plays the toy maker that has multiple personalities, which means he actually plays like 4 characters.
Can he actually play the 4 characters?
Oh yeah, they have different accents and stuff. It's great. I'm telling you, this is the best Sylvester Stallone movie.
Most range
We're gonna review it on this podcast eventually. Maybe we'll do that for my birthday. We'll review my favorite movie, Spy Kids 3D Game Over, for my birthday.
Jessica's birthday.
Beginning of March. Yep.
Okay.
It won't air until like June, but it'll be
No. We'll do it. We'll do it for like a Friday in February, and I'll make it for a March 3rd release because I think that's the Friday before my birthday.
So we'll have to record next week.
Yeah, we'll write it down.
Just write it down.
Yeah.
Put it in the calendar.
I think we're doing so good with remembering schedules. I think
That's because we have a fucking calendar and our phones over
I know, we
us
have
now.
a calendar now. We did like 8 months with no calendar. How did we do that?
I don't know. We would always message each other, be like, "Did we record tonight?" Like,
I know, every week for 40 weeks. Are we recording?
Are we recording tonight?
What are we doing, guys?
There was one time I forgot we were supposed to be recording. I thought we were on holiday early and we weren't.
You're like, fuck. No.
I know. I was like, shit, guys, I'm not ready. Hold on. One second. I got to run up and like set up. And I did it though.
Yeah, exactly. It's exactly. You know what? A name I do like? I like our podcast name.
Mm-hmm.
And I will be honest with you too.
Take a drink.
I
did
drink. I actually wasn't super fond of our name when this first started. It was more like I couldn't think of anything better, you know? So I was like, okay, that's the best name, you know, I could come up with. So sure. Because I was like, it didn't really roll off the tongue. Opinionated lushes.
Yeah,
like,
it's not smooth.
It seems cheesy, clunky, you know, that kind of thing. But now I'm like, no, I love it. We're the lushes. We're opinionated. Yeah. You know, we got it. So I don't think I would change that name.
Yeah,
it makes
I like
sense.
our name.
It describes. Yeah. Now I love it. Now I'm like, yeah,
it makes sense. I like our name. At the beginning I was like, okay, what the fuck? This is it. Like we were gonna do like drunkards or whatever, which, you know, and then Dominique's like, let's femme it up. And then that's my
The guys thinking we're a bunch of dudes getting drunk. And I was like, no.
Yeah, I know. And all the other drunking podcasts I have seen have been men.
Yeah.
And it's called drunk. All of them are drunk is like
all of them are drunk or have beer in the name
females.
Or whiskey in the name. Like there's not a whole lot of female based drinking podcasts. And I know we don't like emphasize like the drinking so much besides like the drink word and like what we're drinking each week. Yeah. But it's like it's kind of our thing. You know, we're always kind of buzzed.
Yeah. Just a little bit.
There is a couple female drinking podcasts. Like there's Wine and Crime, and they obviously do like real crime. And then there's Books and Beer. There's like a couple others. I don't remember.
Yeah, but like Drunk with Buds, they're like a duo, right? Male female.
Oh yeah, I think maybe husband wife. I think that's the thing too.
Guys, are you guys husband and wife?
I don't know. Brother and sister, maybe friends?
Ew, I hope not. Although, like, I think I would have so much fun doing a podcast with my brother, because he laughs at all my jokes. Like, you guys do a good job, but like,
thank you.
He's so aggressive with it, and I feel like that makes my jokes funnier. Because like he's just like ha ha, like you know, like he just generally thinks I'm a good humorous person. So like
I keep trying to like start a podcast with my husband, but like he's A, very busy, and then B, it's like trying to figure out what we talk about, like what our podcast would be about. Because we have very, very different interests and like yeah. You know, like what would we talk about? I was kind of thinking of maybe picking like an old show that I've seen a lot that he has never heard of or something, and maybe doing like a watch like podcast of that. But now I've showed him all like the good stuff, so now I don't know what I'd even do for that podcast. So
So now I want to do a podcast with Kyle, which would be him just being so frustrated with me every single time. Like, it'd be like basic math, and like sometimes my brain doesn't work. So Kyle never yells or anything at me, like ever. He just goes, Sonia. and this brings me so much joy. I just and like
Sonia.
so or like our podcast could be like he could be talking me through coding something and I won't get it at all. He just gets so frustrated.
that's the name of the podcast.
Kyle gets
Sonia.
Sonia. We'll talk about a goat I brought home.
You should start
Sonia.
trying to film him every time he does that, so that you can make a compilation of Sonias for like our TikTok or something.
Yeah, and you'd be like, oh, Sonia.
Oh,
We're not-
Sonia.
We're not having sex. Don't be too excited about it. You gotta be a little more depressed.
Sonia.
Sonia. I'm
Kyle.
not excited.
Kyle, come in here and be disappointed with me.
It sounds so dirty.
I thought I was the one with the whole like degradation kink here.
No,
Come
it's
on,
just-
just taking it from me.
Funny. It's just he doesn't like. I do the stupidest shit,
You do.
and he's just like, okay, whatever. This is my life.
It's the autism.
He's like, no one else will love me.
Oh, that's so sad.
This is the nicest she talks about him. What are you talking about? She's so mean. This is the nicest.
We have a whole episode called I just spit everywhere. Take a drink. We have a whole episode called Who Loves Kyle? See, I'm so nice.
I do want to eventually get our merch store out so that we can have like the Kyle shirts. Like we can all have the Kyle shirts.
Like Kyle's
I don't want the
Jack.
Kyle shirts.
Yeah.
Domri hates Kyle.
I don't hate him. I just our friendship is hating each other or just
I don't hate
ragging on
him,
each other.
but the biggest part of our friendship is that we hate each other.
Yeah, like
No,
we
there's
don't hate each
a lot
other.
of
We just
shit
like to
talk.
rag on each other.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. They get together and it's just like constantly
Bickering. The second
shit
we see each other.
talking.
Yeah.
just like the whole time. Like, and there's no break. It's like
No.
however long they're together, it could be like 5 hours, and it's just
Yeah.
like shit talking the whole time. They're like bros.
Yeah. Yeah. He'll see me. He'll be like, "Why the fuck is she here?" I'll be like, "Because your wife loves me more, asshole." And like, that'll be the takeoff. And then he'll just go until I'm leaving. I'll be like, "I'm gonna take your wife with me next time." He'll be like, "Take her. I don't care."
That's right. You're
it's
doing
great
him a
times.
favor.
Yeah.
But like she'll just be like, "Oh, your dick is so small," like like those kinds
Yeah.
of things.
My favorite is
But
that
your balls are
Kyle
so
likes
big.
Chris.
He
Like that
does.
Kyle-
He adores Chris,
Yeah.
and it's all because he is a good dad to Ernest. That was like
Aw.
the base of him like it, because there's a lot of guys out there that treat their like
Yeah.
extra bonus kids like shit, and like so like he's like, oh, he's such a good guy, and then like they talk and stuff, and like
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. He just like, but the big main part is because he's a good dad. That's what turns Kyle
also-
on.
That's what gets us.
I mean, it's also like
Being a good
when
dad.
Chris and Kyle are like together, it's like they're both trying to talk to each other to like be nice, because they both like would be totally content just sitting not talking at all.
In
Like just sitting
silence,
beside each other.
sitting-
Yeah, they would both be fine doing that, but they both don't know social protocols. So they both are like, Chris will go like, "Oh, Kyle, what are you working on?" And then Kyle will be like, "Oh, music. How's music?" And they're both like, "Yeah,"
Yeah.
Well, like me and Sonia are like, "Nah."
That's us talking together. Yeah, where did you moo? Cows. Moo. It's all three of us together too.
I
Yeah.
know.
Go
That's
to
the
in
thing.
public.
It'd be all three of us, and then like all of three of our husbands. I could see Dave being like, trying to like
Dave
start
would
something,
be
and then,
like-
Just
He
not.
wouldn't even say anything though. He'd be like, open his beer, drink.
Yeah, just nodding.
Like, yeah, just nodding and drinking.
I love how like all three of our husbands are like the quiet ones.
They
Like,
are.
so we're like blah 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 blah, and they're just like yes dear. Like
yeah, okay.
David literally
Okay, are
says
you
that to me all
sure?
the time. He's like, yes, dear. Yes, dear.
Okay, Chris does talk a lot. Like I would say he almost talks more than me, but he only talks to me. So
Kyle talks a lot. Like except for I'm the person Kyle talks to, and I'm like, oh my god, shut up.
David
Get you
talks a lot.
get friends.
Unless
I
same
say
with
that
drinking.
too.
David then will talk a lot. But like other than that, if David's sober, he likes to be alone and I like to be alone. We don't even like to be in the same area of the house. We're just
I
like,
love being alone.
yeah.
My like I do socialize, so like with you guys all the time, but like
yeah.
I still get to be alone doing that. And then
Yeah.
I do like
Yeah.
and then like I play board games with like other people. I like doing that. But then most of the time I like being alone. But then like Kyle's like, I need to talk to you. I'm like, then make friends. And he's like, you are my friend. I'm like, oh fuck, I am. And then so I'm stuck talking to him.
Yeah, Chris and I have like a schedule so that we like know what's going on. Like,
Oh,
we're
you know when
socializing
to talk to each
now.
other?
Okay.
Scheduled to talk to your wife. Like, okay, like 3 p.m. Go upstairs, talk to my wife for an hour, go back down.
Are we hanging out tonight, or are you know, like that kind of stuff, or like, and then we talk during meal times. We always eat together unless like there's something really urgent that like Chris has to like be on his computer for. And yeah, nights we trade on and off as to whether or not we're spending time together or whether or not we're separated in our rooms, because I have my purple room, he has the studio, and that is how you have a successful marriage.
Yeah.
Right.
David has the basement. I have the whole house. Like, I get it.
David's like, it sounds like he's like stuck in a dungeon.
He
Like,
is.
David has to get, he's not allowed anywhere else.
He's my dungeon husband, okay?
This fucking dungeon gremlin.
My dungeon husband. That's what he's gonna be called now, my dungeon husband.
That's some people have that and that works for them.
Yeah.
Like they get like a whole setup. There's whips. There's like those like what are those masks
Oh,
called?
fuck.
What-
The
they're-
leather
I
mask.
know, I
Yeah,
know
the
that like the
leather
ball
masks.
gags.
Yeah, the ball
yeah.
gag. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's sometimes not their actual husband. Sometimes it's somebody different. Depends
No,
on the
this one's my
relationship.
actual husband. This one's my actual husband, you guys. Just hate to tell you.
That's great that it's an all for one. You don't have to
Yeah.
outsource.
I don't want to outsource. I'm too freaking lazy.
Like,
My
no.
dungeon husband's my real husband.
I don't know if I mentioned this. My husband is changing his last name to my last name because fuck
Is-
the patriarchy.
That's right. Is his name so hard to say? Longarius?
Lagosianus.
Yeah, no. Change it to heart,
Yeah.
Chris. That's such like a white person to say. Listen, well, he's white, but I mean like North American white. This is, like,
Greeks. Now I'm saying this not for all Greeks, but from what I've heard, most Greeks culturally do not have middle names. So
is it a
Chris,
culture thing?
yeah. So Chris does not have a middle name.
That's
Now-
pretty cool.
Oh, right.
Are you gonna-
Okay. I just want to make on our like first date or second date, maybe it was our second date. And I was like, oh yeah, tell me your middle name, you know, like it's date stuff, first date stuff. We're just
Yeah,
like,
you want to
what's
know
your favorite
everything, yeah.
color? Like, you
Yeah.
know, that fun stuff. So
What's your credit
your
card
middle name?
number? Like, can I get on your bank account? Like, yes, I can date normal shit. Go on.
and so he ended up, he was like, I don't have a middle name. And I was like, I don't fucking believe you. Like, it's cool. It's
How am I
weird.
supposed to
Like,
get
you
security
know?
passwords now?
Yeah.
Like, I don't
I
know.
was-
Like,
I was just like, it'd be so like it's cool if it's weird. Like some middle names are, you know. And then he pulls out his license and stuff, and there's no, he doesn't.
There's
It doesn't
none.
exist. There's no middle name. So
What would you name him?
His middle name?
Yeah.
Or just name him.
Yeah, what's his pet name?
Okay, for his middle, okay, if he's gonna be Christopher Hart, I don't know any good middle names. Something
A
weird.
strong one.
Wolfgang. That's my brother's middle
Wolfgang.
name. That's my brother's middle name. It's a family middle name.
That's pretty good.
Chris Wolfgang Hart.
No, Amadeus. Christopher Amadeus Hart.
I thought you were gonna go with
Amadeus.
Armadillo.
Armadillo.
Christopher Armadillo Hart.
Perfect. That's a good name.
Yeah, that is a good name. That's a good, strong name. If he listens to this episode, I'm cool with it if you are.
That's right. So you can go to our naming party, and then we can go and he can add Armadillo to his middle name.
Oh, okay. His names. What
I would
name?
change Kyle's name to anything else.
Anything else?
Anything else? Oh my gosh! I would like even Chip. I was like, that's so stupid, but I would pick like Chip.
For Kyle?
I don't know. I just hate it.
What
so
about
much.
Lyle?
One of our eggs is named Lyle.
So is Lyle better than Kyle?
No, I think it's just the Isle sound. I don't know. I just hate it.
Bile?
Bile. I didn't even grow up with many Kyles. Like Kyle's like one of the only Kyles like I've ever interacted with.
Yeah, but Kyle's such a popular name now, and like it's so well hated now. So
I had
I've
so
always
many
hated
Kyles
it.
in my high school. Yeah.
No, like it's the only one. Oh, I think there was like one, but like I never interacted with that person. I don't know what I would name it. I would name him. I'd name it. I would name him. Fuck.
Fuck. Yeah, name him. Fuck.
I know. I know Chris so much as Chris that I couldn't imagine anything else. And like I would like if I didn't know Topher, I would be like, yeah, Topher. But then I can't have him and his friend both be Topher. That doesn't work.
You could be
Just
like
kill the other
Topher
Topher.
too.
Just kill the other Topher. He doesn't exist
There
anymore.
can only be one.
There can
But
only
the other
be one.
Topher's so nice, and his wife is so nice. She's the one
Doesn't
that
matter.
gave me the sourdough starter. She like brought it from
It doesn't
the
matter.
States
It doesn't
with her
matter.
just for
There
me.
can only be one.
Did she smuggle it? Because you can't really bring that stuff across the border.
You can like the sourdough. It counts as like a solid if it's packaged properly.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So it was like like so I don't know. I
Is
looked
she
it up
coming
because I
to
was
New
like,
Brunswick anytime soon?
well, I always say I wanted to take you guys to like LA eventually, at least one time. And they live out there, so we'd probably stop in and see her dog. And she cooks. And she's a
I
great cook.
love
She's
dogs.
amazing cook. Oh my goodness. Everything she cooks is so good. That's why she brought me the sourdough. So,
I keep wanting to start my own sourdough, but like it's such a tedious process. I'm like, can someone else start it and I'll just nanny it? I can be a wet nurse for it, but I can't
You can babysit it.
mother it. I can't mother it. No.
my,
so hard.
my whole issue is like a lot of finding if it's good or not was based on like smelling it and looking at it and seeing if you know
but
need
then
to
you have to smell
refresh
the
it and
yeast,
stuff.
and I hate the smell of yeast. I fucking hate
But
that.
see, for me, it was just like I don't trust myself with that stuff. Like I always cut into a piece of meat to double check that the thing's cooked. You know, like I always like I can't just look and smell something and determine it's okay.
Yeah.
Like I don't trust that. I don't trust my
trust it.
senses. Yeah.
I'm pretty good with my instincts. I'm
used
pretty
to
good with that.
be good with stuff. I'm like, oh, this smells good, and like I can't even like make my good spaghetti anymore because like it's all like the sauce is all smell and taste based. I'm like, oh, what do I need to add? And then Kyle's always like, oh, I'll just add more salt. That's his seasoning. He's so fucking white. And then so like since I can't taste anything, I'm just like, oh no. So I just like dump and hope for the best. No one's complained yet. So my kids are picky.
Oh.
They will complain. They're not nice about it. They're not. They're assholes. I love them so much.
My kid's assholes too. Like, well, no, okay, so Caleb is like a garbage dispenser. Like, you can put anything in front of him and he'll fucking eat it. Like, so that's not a problem. It's Nicholas. He's like so picky. And oh my God, and him being a cripple right now is just like I went over to my mother-in-law's. Oh, I guess I should give backstory. How last episode we said about how he had a sprain. Turned out it was a break and 4 fractures. Like his fibula, which is like above his Achilles heel, got like snapped. And then he has 3 fractures in his ankle, and that he cannot move it like whatsoever. So he's in full cast up to mid-thigh. There goes soccer, there goes track, there goes working, there goes like he can't even lifeguard right now. Like kid's so screwed. Anywho, I go over to my mother-in-law's because she's taking care of him due to she doesn't have as many stairs. And his bathroom's like right there. It's perfect. So I'm like, okay, he's living with you for a while. And I was over there visiting. Obviously, I wanted to go see my kid. And visitations. I have those rights. And he's like, Mom, can you like go do this? And like, so I go downstairs and I'd help him do that. And then I go upstairs and like a second later, Mom, can you? Mom, can you? And I'm like, like I'm only here for a couple of hours, and he like used me good. And then he calls me when I get home and he's like, can you get me exempt from religion? And I was like,
yes. I'd be like, yeah. I can't believe in God. My foot's broken.
Okay. There was a kid at my one school in like grade 8 who was there for like a month when she like came to our school, new kid. And I didn't really pay attention to her, but then she was off for like 3 months, and it was, or like maybe 4 months, I don't know, because she broke her leg. But when she came back, she was so much skinnier and became like a cool girl because she couldn't reach the fridge.
Oh no.
So she lost like 30 pounds and like over the course of a few months because she broke her leg. So
like no one brought her food?
Well, it was like, I guess her parents like worked, so she was home all day, and then
like
she could only eat dinner. That was it. Like
So I have to like, so Danica is dealing with a lot of mental health, so she like just gains weight because of that.
Mhm.
But like I'm running down there like 10 times a day. So like so she has seizures. So like everything like triggers her for those, but then those trigger her depression, anxiety, her like mood disorder at the same time. So like she'll have a seizure, but then she gets violent because like it spirals. It's like a big fucking spiral thing. So like I'm running down to her room like 20 times a day with fucking snacks, and like she's like, my like clothes don't fit, which makes her spiral, and I'm like, oh my god.
You be very careful. Like when they like almost all of the epilepsy medications, it's like weight gain is a symptom.
Oh my god, she's gonna need therapy for that. Oh my gosh, so she's in therapy. For all these different things, different types of therapy specialize in different things. And she's going to need that. Like, I keep trying to tell her that, like, you're going through a lot right now, and your body just, like, you have no metabolism. Like, that happens. Like, you're stressed.
Yeah.
And you don't have metabolism. Like, look at me. Like, I gained
high
a lot of weight.
cortisol rates, all that stuff. Yeah.
I'm like, so, and I always, like, compare myself. I'm like, do you think I'm ugly now? And she's like, no. I'm like, then why do you think you're ugly? Like, you know, like, and she's like, I don't know, but like, it's so hard.
But it is hard because like, even like you can say like, I would look at myself and think I'm ugly, even though I know like I'm not, like I'm decent, I'm okay.
I'm not 18 anymore. That's
right.
I look like, my age, you know.
But like, you know, like it's so hard to look at yourself in the mirror and like praise yourself. It really is. Like we all have self-doubt. So like it's normal, especially at her age. Like
and like no matter what I say. So like everything.
Yeah, your mom, of course you're supposed to say those things, right?
That's what she doesn't. My mom didn't.
Fuck your mom.
Yeah, oh my god, I'll be your mom.
Yeah, we're your mom now.
So like, not like a kinky way, just like an actual maternal way,
whatever.
I'll love you for real.
I'm only loving you for not real, like for sex. Like
that's not real.
The sex I'm not getting, I'm loving you for that. Okay.
Yeah, I always tell Danica that I love her on purpose. Like, she's just like, oh, like, that's something parents say. I'm like, no, I love you on purpose. Like, because, like, some parents don't have that. Like, just because you're a mom doesn't mean you love your kids. Like,
It's true.
I didn't love. Okay, I'm gonna be real with you guys. I didn't love Nicholas at first. I had postpartum, like severe postpartum when I first had him, and I did not love him.
but you
There
still
was
took
no
care
love.
of him. Like that.
Yeah,
like,
obviously, he didn't die. Like I didn't drown the poor kid. I took care of him. I raised him, and then eventually I grew to love him. But no, I didn't love him
Yeah,
at
like-
first.
It's a bonding problem. Like,
Yes.
that's what it is. Like, love is just bonded. Like, when you become bonded to someone, that's all it is. Like, it's not.
Yeah,
It's chemicals in our brain being like, you're now
but it's
bonded to this
normal
person.
to not fall in love with your kid at first sight. It's actually pretty freaking normal. And like,
especially
I
if you
want
have
to
a
stress
traumatic pregnancy or a traumatic birth, that definitely, postpartum.
Well,
that
my
can
mom
all...
died right before I got pregnant, and then
And
my
your
grandmother
nanny?
died right before
Yeah.
I gave
Yeah.
birth. So like double whammy on that, and then and
raising
I
a
didn't
kid
deal
young.
because I was too busy being pregnant.
Yeah.
Like I didn't
Yep.
have time to cope and grieve. So like by the time I had him, it was instant grief and just. So I didn't love my kid right away. I really didn't. And Caleb, I was going through so much fear because I had a traumatic birth. That
Mhm.
I feel like it was instant only because like I felt like I had to, because like it was so bad. And
Yeah.
I was worried I was gonna lose my kid before I even got to know him. So like that was more instant. But with Nicholas, there was no and not until he was about like maybe a year into it, and then I was like, I grew a bond. But the first 6 months, I even went to counseling, and they're just like, okay, like at the end they were like, oh, have fun with your newborn, and I was like, yeah, right. And like that's when I knew there was an issue.
Yeah.
Like I shouldn't be thinking, yeah, right. I should be thinking, yeah, like this is great. No, it wasn't for me.
I didn't have postpartum with all of them, only Brandon. But like even with the two younger ones, I didn't like, oh my God, I love you so much. You're my whole world. I was like, oh my God, I'm so fucking tired. I have to go back to work soon. Like it was just like
Yeah.
so exhausting. I was just like, whatever. But like for Kara, the whole pregnancy I cried. I cried every single day.
You
It was
did.
like, my life is ruined. My life is ruined. Oh my fucking God. And then she came out, and then I looked at her, and you know how movies like have like, oh my God, you fall in love. Like that actually happened to me, where like I just looked at her and I was like, oh my God, my world is complete. Like this is everything I've ever wanted in my life. And then I fucked it up and had more kids. No, I love my kids. I love them. No, but
you
like that's
fucked up.
yeah, but no, like that's how it happened. Like it was such a traumatic pregnancy. Like
Yeah.
I didn't know what I was gonna do. I felt so lost. I did it mostly alone. It was horrible. It was a horrible experience.
Yeah.
But then, oh my gosh, this kid, it was wonderful. And like she's the reason I have so many more fucking kids. I was like,
Fucking Kara.
yeah, like I didn't want any kids, and then I accidentally got pregnant, and then it was too late to do anything about it.
Yeah.
And then I didn't want to do adoption because I was like, I can't. I made this person. I need to deal with it.
My mom said she'd fight me.
She'd fight you for if you adopted?
If I put it out for adoption, she'd try and adopt it.
No, my mom's like, have an abortion. And I was like, I can't.
My aunt dead.
My
so I didn't
aunt and my
have any of these
stepmom
arguments.
said abortion. My mom said she would fight me for like if I put it up for adoption, she'd fight me so that she could take it. And my dad didn't say anything to my face.
No.
So
Not to your
coward.
face.
So my stepdad, because he was the only one that was alive at the and my nanny. So I told my stepdad, and the first thing he said is like, "I'm not surprised." And I was like, "That's not the nicest way of calling your daughter a whore, but okay." Like, I'm not surprised. I was like, "Whoa." And then when I told my nanny, she's just like, "Well, what about school?" And like this woman did not normally give a shit about me.
Domri, go back. Okay, so we just had a big everything crashed. So go back to your story. I told my stepdad.
You were fine for me. It was just Sonia that crashed. So
oh, okay, I'll repeat it real quick then. So when I told my stepdad like I was pregnant, he said,
did she crash again?
Yeah, she crashed again. She's frozen.
Just so that you don't have to
No,
repeat it
it
a
just
third
did it
time.
again. It just did it again.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I stopped her. That's fine. That's fine. We have the audio of the story, so I can still implement it in,
Yeah.
even though you didn't hear it, Sonia.
It was
Haha.
Dawn calling me a whore. That was it. That was all I was saying.
My stepdad called me a whore.
In the nicest way possible. He said, "I'm not surprised." Like when I told him I was pregnant, I was like,
Yeah.
"Fucking asshole." Anyway, but yeah.
Anyways, I think we talked about all the names we could possibly
We're
name.
going on different
every
tangents.
name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would you name us? Let us know in the comments.
Yeah,
on
what
our
would-
social
what would you-
medias or something.
Yeah. What would you change opinionated lushes to?
Or our individual names, whatever.
Whatever. Change your own fucking name. I don't care. Do what you
Yeah.
want.
Do what you
Come
want.
to our name party. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Dragon
And-
names.
Dragon names. And if you're listening to this on Saturday and you like it, please like and subscribe because that'd be cool if you liked us on YouTube and subscribed for more fun stuff. There's not extra stuff. Sorry. Like, there's not going to be extra, but
Well,
you
we
can-
post sound bites on there.
yeah, you can listen to
and it's
our-
unedited. So like
And our
that's
live
extra.
streams.
Yeah,
So there is
everything's on YouTube.
extra.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, there is extra.
There's extra.
Get
There's
our
extra.
YouTube exclusive shit by subscribing. I don't fucking know. Like, it's not like we've been doing this for almost a year. I don't know what's going on. Like,
Yeah. I don't know.
And make sure to listen to our new Books and Booze. Is Books and Booze, right? I did it
Yes.
right?
Books and Booze.
And Booze series where we are talking to some indie authors and discussing their releases and books and writing and drinking and whatever else we end up talking about because we never stay on topic. That's part of our
Never.
charm.
Yeah.
That's why you love us. If you do,
Yeah.
I don't know. Or you're just tolerating us. I don't know.
I
Let
know.
us know in
Rate
the
us.
comments.
Rate us. Let us know.
Yeah.
let
Leave
us
some
know.
comments. Like we want to know.
We love you all and good night.
Good night, guys.